Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Trish, and this is the Intuitive Listening Show. I hope you're well from wherever you are watching in the world. And you're possibly in lockdown, well, no matter where you are at the moment as well. So I hope this gives you something interesting to watch and listen to for the next half an hour. So I have pulled some cards and for a little bit of a collective reading for us for this week coming, and they're really beautiful cards. And I know for many of you out there, it's a really tough time at the moment, or it feels tough. But you have to have faith, and you have to have hope that that we will all get through this. And I really feel that this is the task at hand here, really, for us to stay centered and stay calm. And I will be talking a little bit about that today as well. But the cards that came up are just beautiful, and they really are not I guess if you're feeling frantic at the moment, the messages will seem a little bit too far away from you to grasp. But if you're ready to perhaps step out of a little bit of fear and perhaps step out of a little bit of the frantic energy that the world seems to be collectively feeling at the moment, then you'll truly be able to hear what I'm about to say, and it may just bring you some hope and some foresight into the choices that you do have right now, even though many of you may feel like you have none. So the first card that came out is wisdom, and what a beautiful way to start the week, wisdom. And this really is a message to say that you do have the wisdom within. Now, one of the things that, and this is a number 9, which is the end of a cycle. One of the things that I'll be talking about today is the wisdom that you have within, because you truly do. And what happens is, and especially at the moment, if you've relied on the external in your life, the structures, the external job situations, the external people, the external rules, control, if you've relied on all of that to decide how you feel, you're really disempowering yourself, and you're not tuning into your own wisdom. You're kind of following and tuning into other people's wisdom and not tuning into your own. Now that a lot of those structures have gone, and for many of you, if you're at home and you're not at work anymore, or you're not having to be under anybody else's rules, and you also don't have people around you to validate you anymore, where does your wisdom come from? And I think this is one of the fearful things that people are going through right now. So this is really a call to tune into your own wisdom. And this is what this show is all about, is your intuitive listening, right? Really going within into your own wisdom, into your own memories, into your own claircognizance, and into your own wisdom, your own pool of wisdom, to find the answers, and not to rely on the external forces to bring those answers to you or for you. And, at this particular time in our evolution, there is a lot of wisdom out there, and there's certainly a lot of good information out there. But it's up to you to decide what you believe and what you don't. And that decision and that inner wisdom will be coming forward in those instances, and you'll be going, oh, okay, there's a lot of people who believe that, but it just doesn't resonate with me. But this information over here that I'm seeing or hearing, that really resonates with me. I feel more truth in that. And these are the discernments that are really important for you right now, to be in your own wisdom and not be carried away on a wave of fear from information or theories that you are hearing from many other people, right? Now, I'm not saying the theories aren't true or not true. What I'm saying is tune into your own wisdom here and decide what's true for you. Now, the other two cards that came up are beautiful. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and we've got the World card. You know, this is truly the next step for all of us, right? The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and we can choose to be on it, or we can choose to not tune into our inner wisdom, and we can stop that wheel from turning, right? Fear will stop everything from turning. We just get frozen in fear, yeah? And it blocks everything. And then if you're in fear and it's blocking everything, then that just creates another cycle of fear. And, you know, yes, things are a bit scary, and things are scarier for other people depending on their circumstances. However, to be in that circle of fear is not going to allow you to get on that Wheel of Fortune so that you can start attracting those things into your life that you want again. And then we've got the World card, and this really for me today is representing the whole world. The whole world is stepping into a new cycle and stepping into a new level of wisdom within itself and within each of us. And it's this wisdom that's going to carry us through. Now, I do have one other card, but I just want to talk to you today about the day and the month. So we are now in April, which is the 4th month of the year, and we are in a 4-year. So, sorry, got people sending me messages. So we are in a 4-year and we're in a 4-month. And 4 is about restructure. 4 is about foundations. 4 is about boundaries. And 4 is really about resetting and, you know, really getting your foundations and your stability. And I really feel that we've kind of been forced into a little bit of hibernation of sorts, right? And rather than sitting there and worrying and wondering and being in a frantic state of fear, it's a perfect time to really be with yourself, to really start writing down how you feel. Start writing down all your fears. Start writing down all of your hopes and wishes, and really get these foundations together of what you want in life. What is it that you want to feel? How do you want your life to look? And for many of you who are a bit lost and confused at the moment because, you know, you're so used to the outside world validating you and, you know, you finding your value from what other people are saying to you, or, for instance, many people at the moment who are at home on their own without external stimulus are really not not feeling good because they haven't got people around to, I say make them happy, but they have always looked to other people to find happiness, to find their validation, their value, and their worth. And without that, there's the feeling of being lost. So if that's you, dive deep into who you are and try to find your value without the validation of other people around you. And this is really the opportunity that we've got right now to dive deep into who we are, into what we feel, what we think, and our inner wisdom. Dive deep into that and find our value there, because that's where it is. And we don't need other people around us to feel valuable or to feel valued or to feel lovable or to feel loved. And when you can feel that within yourself, then you lose the need for external validation. And when that happens, happiness and peace are with you no matter what is happening on the outside. And we've really been given the opportunity, especially this month, to feel this and to tune into this and to set some new foundations up for ourselves and to find our value, to find our worth within ourselves, and really not need the validation of other people. We're really being called on to believe in ourselves again, right? And this is the perfect space to do that, to really start believing in you again. Because you're valuable, you're very worthy, and just the fact that you were born makes you innately abundant and worthy and magnificent. So it's a beautiful opportunity this month to start restructuring your life. How do you want to show up? How, what is it that you're being called to do? Now, for a lot of people, as we are now being all pushed up to the fifth dimension, it's uncomfortable for a lot of people who have been in the third dimension all this time. But for many people who are working in the spiritual field or have been starting to tune into their intuitive abilities, it's really ramping up. And many of you have got abilities now that are really they're calling you, right? All your clairs, your claircognizance, your clairsentience, your clairvoyance, clairaudience, they're all heightening. So what do you do with that? Take this time to tune into it. Write down what you're experiencing. Find somebody to, talk to about it. Join communities where there is that conversation. Come over to my page at Trish Rock Transformation on Facebook. Come and join my page, because we have these conversations and you're around people who are also experiencing these shifts, and it just allows you to start believing in yourself a little bit more and your abilities. And there's so many of us being called to step up and to really be there for the world and for those around us, to help them have more faith in themselves as well. So listen to those callings in the next 3 or 4 weeks over this month. Listen to what you're being called to do and trust that. Just take each action step at a time. Don't set yourself up each day with, right, this is my whole day planned and I'm not going to stray from this. Have some plans and some goals, but tune into your intuition and really follow that. If you get a prompt to listen to something, do it. If you get a prompt to go somewhere, do it. If you get a prompt to all of a sudden go to your bookshelf and grab a book, do it. If you get a prompt to get on social media and you see something that catches your attention, listen to that, right? Just really tune into the flow of what you're being prompted to do, and you'll be amazed what exciting magic happens when you tune into that. Now, the other card that I pulled was a numerology card, and we got 87, synchronicity. The first thing, I'm going to read this out to you because it's a really interesting card, but the first thing is the purple and the pink. Now, purple is your third eye intuition, and the pink is really your higher heart chakra. It's really tuning in to the truth of you. Yeah. And into that intuitive truth that is coming through for you really strongly right now, if you allow it. And in the space and in the quietness, for many of you that are at home now, you can really tune into this a lot more. And the pink for your higher heart is really trusting you, trusting and loving you. So I want to read this one out for you. Now, 8 and 7 reduces to 15, which reduces to 6. 6 is a temporary opportunity. 6 is also very spiritual. So it's really tuning in, once again, to that higher heart, to the intuition, and tuning into that spiritual side of yourself. Synchronicity. This card indicates a need to have faith in the universal order of events, even in the midst of hopelessness and uncertainty. There is no such thing as an accident or a coincidence in the universe, and the perfect people and opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. Even when you can't logically comprehend how your dreams could possibly come true, you must trust in the magical power of synchronicity to deliver what you need. Remember, it isn't your job to know how things will unfold. It is simply your job to believe and know that all is well. The hows, whens, and whos lie in the hands of the divine, but once you surrender to the outcome, you are shown the next logical step. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to trust in the power of synchronicity. By living in consistent alignment with Source through positive thoughts, emotions, and prayer, you will automatically attract miraculous synchronicities into your life. And that is exactly what these cards are saying as well, with the Wheel of Fortune and the World card. So all synchronized there as well. And the affirmation that you can tune into this week is, I have faith that synchronicity will lead me where I need to be. And this comes back down to you really trusting and tuning in, getting silent, getting quiet, and tuning into that other part of yourself that has been blocked out from busyness, from the external. If you don't meditate, I would really recommend that you start meditating this month. Even 15 minutes a day can truly help. I've got lots of amazing meditations on my website at trishrock.com, and also on my YouTube channel at Trish Rock. So, and there's so many different meditations. And once again, use your instincts, use your intuitive instincts to look up Spotify, look up YouTube, look up or Google, right, meditation, and see what comes up for you, and click on the one that feels right for you at this time, because it will be the right one. Don't overthink it. Go with the feeling. And, this will really help you this month to create some new foundations. And if you can create a new foundation of these different habits, right, of meditating is a great habit to be into. Some of my friends who are at home in isolation or lockdown are meditating a few times a day. And, it's not because they're bored or they haven't got anything else to do. It's because it's a really beautiful opportunity to go within and to set up some new internal structures and new belief structures. And it's a great way to tune into what your body, what your mind, and what your soul is asking and calling for you to do at this time. The other thing about meditation, the other thing about tuning in to your intuition is that it's very peaceful. It's very calming. And, often, and this is probably true for many of you listening, if you're not working at the moment, if wherever you were working is closed down and you're at home, if you're used to that busyness, that hustle and the bustle, sitting at home and in the quietness is going to be really different for you, right? So many of us need that distraction. So what will you do without the distraction? Will you create more distraction? Or will you choose to go within, start finding that belief in yourself again, and come out of this stronger, more in tune with your intuitive abilities, more in tune with you, more in tune with life, and, really come out of this empowered? It's a new energy that we're all being called to. We're all being pushed now up to a fifth dimension vibration or higher. And any of those low vibrations, back still in that 3D energy of control and noise, and, putting out our lives in the hands of the external, it just doesn't work anymore. And if you stay there, it's not going to feel good. And we can't be relying on the external to make us feel good. So if you're sitting there waiting for the government, your workplace, the people around you, the world leaders, if you're waiting on another external person or body to do something to make you feel good, then you're really giving your power away. And it's time to take your power back. What makes you feel good, right? What can you do right now that makes you feel good? And if you were moving forward here in your life, what feels good moving forward, right? How would you like your life to look and feel? It's time to start dreaming. It's time to write it down, get clear, tune in to your inner wisdom, get clear on what it is that you really want in life, get that belief back in yourself, write it all down, and then allow synchronicity to come into play and just trust all those prompts that you get. Should be a nice grounding month, should you allow it. Now, I'm still offering my email readings for you. They're super easy. Just get over onto my page at Trish Rock Transformation on Facebook, or you can email me at Trish, Trish, at trishrock.com. trishrock.com. Or you can head over to social media and message me. Or you can head to my website at trishrock.com, click on the home tab, and you'll see the drop-down list. So email readings are a really great way if you want answers at the moment. I do a 20-minute video and I send it to you with your answers to your questions. Really inexpensive. If you'd like a bigger session with me, if you really want to dive deep into, where you're headed, then book in for one of my psychic sessions. And I've also got a new 6-week mentoring program called Prosperity and Purpose. And so if you listening today are really starting to tune in to your purpose, into your intuitive gifts, and you know that there's more for you and you're having this really big calling, this is the program for you, and I would love to invite you into that. So the best place, head over to my page on Facebook, Trish Rock Transformation, and like the page and you'll see all the information there. I wish you an amazing April. Stay grounded, stay calm, do what you can to go within and find your own wisdom. Look after yourself, nurture yourself. You are worth it. I'll see you next week.